Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I keep thinking that I'm going to come up with a cute entrance, and it just haven't happened yet. So let's roll with the one we got. Alright, so today I thought that we could delve into the collections that we already have. This is the one that I'm going to be working off of today. This is the Juvia's Place Nubian 3 Coral. This is an older palette. It's not like super old, but it is older. I'm really excited about trying this out. Kiddo and I spent the day at the zoo, and so that was really great, except that I'm in Texas and it's 102 degrees today. So this is not going to be one of those videos where you get to the end and all of a sudden the hair looks magically better and, you just look like a fairy princess. But what will look better is my face. Maybe. Hopefully, if I do this right. First, I want to get started with e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I believe it's $8 or so. It's under 10. It's really good. I have to be honest, I also have the Matcha primer, the putty one just like this, and it's in the drawer next to me, and I reach for this one more. So $10 versus 50, what is it now, $52. It's $25 for the mini one. This one's $25. This one's $8. I have admittedly been a makeup snob where I would only buy the top of the top. Like, if this is e.l.f., if this is NYX, I'm like, it's like the quality's probably not there. Like, I'm a Laura Mercier, a Dior, a Tom Ford. Dior, I'm a sucker for Dior. But anything with a name that I recognize, I was like, yes, this is quality. Like, this lipstick is $40. That means that it's gonna be the best. I am learning some things, you guys, and that is not the case. Like, not the case. So I am working to mend my ways and try out new things that are more on the affordable spectrum. Anyway, that's the e.l.f. primer. Now the other one that I'm going to go in with, and you don't have to use two primers, I'm just doing this because it is 102 degrees here in Texas. So the other one I'm going to go in with is the YSL Top Secrets Mattifying Primer. And I'm just going to put that in the areas that I personally pick up a lot of shine. So like these smile lines, they get really exaggerated when I start to get a little oily. I didn't use much of that, just enough to give it a little oomph. Anywho, let's go in with some foundation. Like I said, I'm rocking some more color than I normally would, so I'm going to mix two colors. I'm using the Laura Mercier Silk Cream, you can't really see it because the studio lights, but anyways, the Silk Cream Oil-Free Photo Edition Foundation. I am going to just kind of go all over. The good thing about this one is it doesn't set up immediately, so I can kind of put it where I want it, and then go back in and blend it. And I think, ooh, this looks like I'm wearing like a bad clay mask. It's fine. It won't stay that way. I hope it won't stay that way. Let me know what you guys think about having the camera so close to my face. I feel like I am all in your business, but hopefully you'll be able to see what I'm doing a little better than if I push it way back. So you get to see the good, bad, and the ugly, and yes, she has pores, ladies and gentlemen. She does. They're there. I'm also rocking a little mini breakout down here. Thank you, face mask, but hey, wear your face mask. Just wear your damn face mask. All I got to say about it. I'm gonna get canceled before I even get started. That's that. Let's go in with some concealer real quick. This is something that I only picked up the other day. I've heard a lot about it, but I hadn't used it yet. This is the, I'm just gonna stop holding things up because you can't see them anyway. It's the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser Multi-Use Concealer in Brightener. So it's just like a pinky shade. I'm just gonna try to put images up for you guys because we're still working out this lighting situation. You're gonna see a lot of concealer videos where you just make like a big triangle under there. That doesn't work for me. I'm not in my 20s anymore. So I like to put the bulk of it here at the back. So like just two little taps, right? And I'm gonna start working it in back here. I'm just gonna look up. So you see the difference? Like this one's nice and bright, and this one is still, hello allergies, how are you today? Why, thank you for asking. We're a little flared up because you decided to spend the day at the zoo. Yeah, more power to you if you can kick on the concealer, sister. I was once like you, but not anymore. Age will do some funny things to you. And you don't even realize it's happening until you go to do the same thing you do every other day, and suddenly you're like, what do you mean? What? What do you mean those skinny jeans don't fit anymore? I just bought those. Maybe that's less of an age thing and more of like a quarantine junk food bingey thing. I don't know. Are you guys going through that? I went through this phase for like the first week or two where I was really good, right? And I just stuck with my normal routine and I was relaxed and I was like, yes, I am here for this. Like I am not mad about this. I'm naturally an introvert. Ambivert. Depends on the day. Okay. I'm gonna take some of this down my nose. Down the old nose. Anyway, so I did really good. And then I went through a couple weeks where I was really bad. And I ate all the things. My weakness is chips. And usually Takis. Like I will buy the big family bag of Takis. And I'm not saying that I will sit down and eat the whole thing by myself. But I'm not saying it either. So I'm just not gonna talk about that. But let's go in and put a little setting powder. I'm just gonna take some Laura Mercier setting powder. Swoop that in there. I'm gonna go ahead and run some of this down my nose, especially right here because that is where I have the hardest time getting anything to stay. So I'm just gonna tap some in there. Let's do some binge stuff. All right, I'm gonna go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills eye primer. So this was about a grain of rice. And do you see what it is doing? Now this does set up kind of fast, so I don't want to put 2 eyes on at once. And usually you just can use your finger for this. I like to go ahead and buff it out using a fluffy brush. I don't know if anyone else does it like this, but I like it. I get a little reckless when I'm tapping this on there, so it's nice to, have something to bring it back in. I'll just start a YouTube channel, they said. Okay. Blend, 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 blend the whole day through. We blend, 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 blending's what we do. Now, I want to do the eyes first and then go in and really add color to the face. So like then I want to go in and do my bronzer, my cheeks, and all of it. So I am going to hold this thing up one more time to the use, but I'm for sure going to use this one, and this one. I just want to start with something light. Try this one for starters. Right here. We're just going to blend that. And we're going to take our time. So we ain't in no hurry. Where are we going? Let's be honest, the grocery store is the most exciting place that any of us are going right now. Alright. So you see that's just giving me a little bit of color, a little bit of dimension. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. What are you guys doing? Like, we have an almost 3-year-old, and I'm running out of ideas. Send help. Like, seriously, what are you guys doing? Especially those of you who have younger kids. Like, what are you doing that is keeping them entertained and maintaining your sanity? Especially if you are in a place that doesn't have just excellent weather where you can turn them loose outside and just be like, go have fun. Because that's my predicament. Again, like we went to the zoo this morning, but by 10 o'clock it was already over 100 degrees. So that's not something that we can spend a whole day doing. And then I bring him home, and he's at that age where like he's kind of stopped taking naps. And I was like, what am I gonna do for the rest of the day? I think that's looking okay. It's just like a really soft wash of color. I think you could go in really hard with these and they would be super pigmented. But I want to start slow and kind of build slow. I'm just gonna go ahead and hit this one right here and do that as our lid. And then come back in with that shimmer and darken up the corner. And I'm going to start in this outer corner. Oh, hello. I love peachy pinks. and not just for summer. I love them all the time. All the time. So is anyone out of stuff to watch on Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, etc.? I'm really excited to watch that show. I'm so excited that I can't remember the name of it, but it's the one would be the Empress of Russia. I'm really excited to see that. I think it's gonna be really good. All right, I'm gonna go in with that darker shade. Start building up this outer V. That is not showing up the way that I thought it would. Maybe it's just something you have to build. Yeah, there we go. Now it's building up. These are really nice colors and they're really soft to work with. Again, this is my first time using this palette, so I feel like with an eyeshadow palette, I have to learn them. It's like a relationship, you know? Like I can see a palette and I'm like, yes, those are beautiful colors, and yes, the formula works, and I know this brand, and I love this brand, and I know what to expect. But each palette has colors that just work differently. So I feel like I need to spend some time with it. I'm just gonna go ahead and take that dark and just kind of run it in the socket here. I'm not gonna worry about being super neat with that because I just wanted to give some more oomph. I'm gonna go ahead and take that same fluffy brush. I didn't add anything extra to it. I just kind of want to buff these little edges out here. Alright, I'm liking where that brown is. I don't want to smoke it out too much. In fact, I want to go back in and add some coral back into it. Just to warm it back up. That's coming along just fine, just fine. I'm gonna go ahead and go in with that shimmer. I'm just gonna pat that in there. Let's see how it builds with the finger, and if not, we'll try to go in with some MAC Fix Plus on a brush. I am gonna wet a brush and go in with it and see what she will do. Usually if you want them to show up darker, you can, well, not darker, but more intensely, you can go in with a wet brush. It is a lovely color though. I guess let's just go ahead and play with this other shimmer too though. So there is another one in here. There's this darker, more Merlot shade. Let's just take her for a spin. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Like, I'm not mad about that. How many shimmers is too many shimmers? I don't think there's a such thing. This is getting really messy. I'm gonna have to clean that up. That's why they make makeup remover anyway. So, do you guys make sound effects for everything you do? Is that just a me thing? Someone else out there does it. Someone will admit it. It's not just me. Or maybe it is, and if it is, then who cares? I don't know. It's a beautiful palette. It works really well. It's really smooth. Doesn't have, like, look, you can see where I've been beating into it. There's no dust on the palette. There's no kickback or anything. I don't have shimmer all over my fingers. All right, let's put some eyeliner and mascara on and come back here in a minute. This mascara is so good. I do not have falsies on. Look at this. This is a $4 mascara. How does that happen? I've just been throwing my money away all these years. That's basically what I'm coming to find out. Is there's so much good stuff at the drugstore. And let's go in with the coral color underneath. I think I like that. I like that bright orange in the corner there. I'm just gonna kind of bring this out to the edge and run it up there and connect it. I'm gonna go ahead and scoot you guys back now. We'll finish up the rest of the look. I am going to take some bronzer and we're gonna bronze her up. I'm just gonna go right under my cheekbone here. Carve that out a little bit. This is a really good bronzer. Makeup Revolution. It's really dirty. You can see, like, I use it a lot. But it's the Mega Bronzer in Cool. It is mega. This thing's almost the size of my face. And again, I think it was like $8 or $9. And we're gonna hit down here. I'm just gonna take a little eyeshadow crease blush and hit it right under my lip. Right underneath it. I have tiny, tiny lips. So any help that I can give them, A+ in my book. And what the heck? Get a clean blush brush and go into Physicians Formula Glow and Mood Boosting Blush. These names are so long. And Natural. I gotta be honest, I only bought it for the packaging because it's got these cute little hearts stamped into it. And see if that'll focus. Anyway, it was cute, so I got it. I will be the first to admit that I am an impulse shopper. I will also go on the record and say that sometimes I have a shopping problem, especially when it comes to makeup. Things that make you feel good, make you feel pretty. Whenever you get, or whenever I get into like a sticky situation, sometimes that's my, well, this makes me feel good type outlet, and that's not really a good thing, but you know, I work on it. I'm trying not to buy all the things just because they're cute or because I think I need them. So I've actually started trying to practice a more minimal approach to making makeup purchases, not buying every release that comes out because I'm not going to use it. It's just, oh, well, it's new and I should have it and everyone else is going to get it, so I should get it. So just trying to get out of that mindset, and it can be really tricky. So I am working through that. Do you guys have anything that you just buy when you're feeling emotional or that makes you feel better? I know emotional eating is a thing, but I'm just gonna go ahead and put a little highlighter on here. I don't want to like mega highlight. I just want to give it a little glow, and I'm going in with a bronze highlighter actually, just to kind of keep that bronzy look. So this is the Laura Mercier Face Illuminator in Indiscretion. And I like to take it on a fan brush. This is a big fluffy fan brush, but I like to take it on this because it keeps the concentration low and I can kind of get the effect without going overboard, you know? And I'm going to take a little bit of that on a smaller brush and dust it right here in the Cupid's bow. Before I forget, because I'm apparently the absolute worst YouTuber in the face history of YouTube, all of the history of YouTube are absolute worst right here. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That way you can see more of this train wreck as it progresses. I feel like the first is probably the worst, right? So it's got to get better from here. And if you guys want to hang out and see if that really does get any better, hit the subscribe button. I'll start uploading pretty regularly. We'll see each other, we'll get to know each other. Maybe one day you can bring the snacks to the party. You already know what my favorite is, so, you know, I think we could have something solid here. I really love this lip gloss. It's, actually it says it's a plumping serum. I got this at Walmart. It's, by Hard Candy Nude Beach. Get it at Walmart. It's like $5. I think we've done it all today. So we've got eyes, we've got brows, we've got lips and cheeks and nose and everything in between. The only thing I didn't do was this hair, but I told y'all that was not going to happen today. All right, on a serious note, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Throw me a thumbs up if you thought this video was anything less than terrible. That'll really do. I'll take that for right now. And I will keep working on these and we'll get better. And I'll see you guys in the next one.